Shalom, Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to Lek out there doing his work of faith and labor of love and truth and sincerity. All right, now I wanted to get into a quick topic, just based upon ignorance, because, to the world, ignorance may be bliss, but on the contrary, ignorance is actually death, you know. You should want to be well informed as opposed to something just catching you completely off guard, you know. Matter of fact, that made me think of this Revelations 16 and 15. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. So why would you want to be caught with your pants down? When there's you don't have to. Why wouldn't you rather be well informed of the things that are coming or that are about to enter your life, so that you have more of a potential to save your life? Hence, you have people that do doomsday prepping, even though ultimately the choice is up to the Lord. That doomsday prepping don't really mean a damn thing because of all of the perils that's going to be here upon the face of the earth. But what you rather be well prepared, mentally, spiritually, for the things that are to come at him. And but people love this to be in their own ignorant way and say, oh, when that time comes, I'll deal with it. Well, how are you going to truly be able to deal with the war if you haven't fought daily battles to prepare you for that war, or daily trainings to prepare you for that war? So this Romans 10 and 1. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to the Most High for Israel is that they might be saved. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. Because that's what it's all about. It's all about knowing at the end of the day. It's all about being equipped, with the knowledge to prepare yourself, with the knowledge to combat the ways of Satan, with the knowledge to maneuver better in the ways of this world when all of the odds are stacked up against us. When this current world in which we live in, and especially over here in America, Babylon the Great, it wasn't designed for us. It wasn't set up for us. So it's better to be well equipped with the word of the Most High, so we know how to maneuver. We know why we're going through these things. We know why we're in the condition in which we're in, because it all pertains to prophecy. And how are we going to get out? By coming back into the Most High, and Yahweh Shai delivering us, which is all once again pertaining to prophecy. Okay, so verse 3: for they being ignorant of Yahweh's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, because this is exactly what people go to do. They go about to establish their own righteousness, morals in which they see fit, according to how they think that ways things should be. But if that's the case, then everybody can say, well, I think things should be this way. I think things should be this way. And then where the hell will we possibly get, man? And then people wonder why, and you say, why? Well, black people can't get together, you can't get together to do shit. You ain't gonna get together to do nothing, because what is prophecy? The gathering unto the people shall be not until Shiloh come, man. Okay? Which that's a representation, meaning basically Yahweh Shah. Shiloh basically meaning peace, or the peaceable one. So for they been ignorant of the Most High's righteousness, and going about to establish their own righteousness, having not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High. Okay, so they being ignorant, you going about things your own way, that is leading you to death. That is leading you to nothing but death. Look at the ways in which we were, so many brothers may have been walking, or you yourself as an individual may have been walking before you got into the truth. A lot of brothers is living a lifestyle that could have led up to death, or whether you were currently living that lifestyle up until you was in the truth, or you were at one time living a lifestyle that could have led you. Even if you wasn't, just going about on your daily, you never know what the hell could have happened, man. So we grateful for this truth, and grateful to be brought up out of that ignorant state, man. It's a very it's a rough burden to bear. But hey, I'd rather, hey, how they say, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Well, I'll be damned doing. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna be damned in the eyes of the rest of the world, then I'll be damned doing what I know is right, doing what I know that can that will save my life, Lord willing, if I'm a part of that elect. And that's how we got to look at these things, man. And not being caught up with the ways of the world and their ignorance, because to them, hey, they're comfortable, and we're not supposed to be comfortable within the society. You know, it's Psalms 19 and not Psalms 19, Proverbs, Proverbs. These Proverbs, I'm just start from the top, but the point is in verse 2. Proverbs 19:1. Better is the poor that walketh in his integrity, because it still all ties in. Better is the poor that walketh in his integrity, which is likened to what? A man of Yahweh Shemi Shah, a man of the Lord, right? Than he that is perverse in his lips and is a fool. Because the way of the world, they walk as fools. They walk with perverseness within their lips. So how can they manage to get by? How can they manage to be any wiser than what they already are? They won't be. Verse 2. Also, that the soul be without knowledge, it is not good. And he that hasteneth with his feet sinneth. So to be without knowledge, what is not good? Why? Because it's all about the preparation, man. Everything is about in school. What they teach you? They teach you the 5 P's in school. Proper preparation prevents poor performance, right? So if we properly preparing, hey, we want to perform to the best of our ability, towards the liking of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and doing His work. That's why we're properly preparing. We're properly preparing ourselves for the battle of that great day, according to Ezekiel 13, man. There's no other way to properly prepare. You can think you're preparing yourself by just, going about the everyday life, stacking up money, doing this, doing that, for the future. And that's all well and good. But at the end of the day, are you going to be prepared for when Esau comes in like a flood, when the enemy comes in like a flood? Are you going to be prepared when troops are trying to bust down your door? Are you going to be prepared if you had to be put out your home, out into the wilderness and things like that? Are you going to be prepared? And the answer to that is no. Why? Because people were caught up in their ignorance and they sought just their daily living situations as all they would need for life. Like how the scriptures say in Luke, I believe it's Luke, about you tearing down your barns and building greater. And it says, what? Thou fool, tonight thy soul is required. So it's all about preparing it and not putting off the Lord. I believe Apostle Zahar, I didn't get a chance to watch it, but did a video about putting that off the Lord from a day to day, and that's what people will do. People will put off the Lord from day to day to make an excuse to do their own will. And it says that in the book of Sirach 32:19, a sinful man will make an excuse to do his own will. And that's all people will do because they want to do what's comfortable, what sits right with their spirit, and completely neglect the spirit of the Lord, man. When that's going to do nothing but bring you, as we were just mentioned, bring you to that state of death and destruction, And we want to be in the right spirits in this thing and constantly seeking the ways in which please the Lord every single day, man. Because there's only one way to go. We've been on the bottom. Israel has been on the bottom since who can remember, man? Since our past lives on past lives on past lives. Now what? I believe it's that movie which is probably what? There's only one way. There's only one only one way up or something to that effect. Hey, from here, man, all we got to do is go up. But in order to do that, we got to stay steadfast in this thing. And all of the rest of the people out here that's enjoying their ignorance and believing that ignorance is bliss, you know, that's going to bring them to nothing but death and destruction, man. You know, real quick, that made me think of it's Proverbs 1 and 20, and it says, wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates in the city. She uttereth her words, saying, how long will ye simple ones love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Okay? Turn ye at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Okay, so this is what the Lord is requiring for our people to do. But what fools, or those that want to continuously live in their ignorance, they're going to hate knowledge because they don't want to be checked about themselves. They want to keep going about things on some rah, jolly, like life is one big party, living YOLO, so on and so forth. When we got much bigger fish to fry and things to face within this current world, that's going to bring us to a much better state than we could ever be, man, which is in the kingdom, man. You know? So, you know, I just hope this short segment was edifying, you know, just because, hey, man, you know, we are truly in a blessed position, you know, to be woken up out of that deep sleep, you know, the valley of dry bones of which we was in, and now we just looking all around us and we seeing nothing but dead bodies, man, you know. So it's just we just need to be so appreciative, you know, that we still continuing on this path, and that, you know, we still have the ability, you know, to fight, you know, for the Lord and fight for our salvation every single day, man, you know. So with that, you know, I hope this segment was edifying, and I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kakodash, Yabawanas to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect out there doing this work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. Shalom.